place. My friends, let me remind you of a timeless truth. The greatest battle you will ever fight is not against another person, but within your own mind. Place. The true measure of success is not found by comparing your journey to someone else's, but by mastering yourself. Too many people today are trapped in the web of comparison. Place. Watching the progress of others while neglecting the most powerful force in existence, their own potential. You cannot climb your mountain if your eyes are fixed on someone else's peak. Place. The greatest battlefield you will ever face is not in the world around you, but within the walls of your own mind. That is where champions are made, where success is born, and where failure begins. Place. Too many people waste precious energy looking outward, measuring their worth against others, chasing approval that vanishes like smoke in the wind. But those who rise to greatness understand a secret. Place. Mastery begins the moment you turn your attention inward. When you learn to master yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, your habits, you become unstoppable. Place. You no longer depend on circumstances or the opinions of others to define your worth, because you recognize that true power lies in control over one's own mind. The person who conquers himself needs no applause. Place. He is fueled by purpose, not validation. He wakes each day not to impress the world, but to fulfill the promise within his own soul. The voice of doubt, the whisper of fear. Place. The pull of laziness. He meets them all head on, knowing that his greatest enemy is not someone outside of him, but the self that hesitates, procrastinates, and settles for less. Place. When you master that inner world, you master everything else. Your environment, your relationships, your opportunities, they all begin to bend to the strength of your will. Place. You stop reacting to life and start creating it. Ask yourself, how many times have you allowed someone else's success to make you feel small? Place. How often have you scrolled through another person's achievements and felt that sting of comparison? Those are the moments when you surrender your power. Every time you do, you say to the universe, Place, I am not enough, but you are enough, more than enough. When you decide to focus on your own growth, the truth is no one is coming to hand you greatness. You must claim it. You must dig for it. Place. Build it and protect it with every ounce of your being. The path to mastery is lonely because few are willing to face themselves honestly. Yet those who do become the architects of their destiny. Place. You have within you the same raw potential as every person who has ever achieved greatness. The difference lies not in talent or luck, but in focus. Place. The mind that is trained to discipline its thoughts becomes a magnet for success. What you think, you attract. What you focus on, you create. When your attention is scattered, your energy weakens. Place. But when your focus is concentrated on your personal growth, on mastering your craft, improving your habits, and strengthening your character, you become a force too powerful to ignore. Your results begin to speak louder than words, and your presence becomes a testimony to inner strength. Stop chasing what others have and start cultivating what is already inside you. Place. The world does not need another imitation. It needs the pure, refined version of you. Every great invention, every masterpiece, every empire began with one person who decided to look within instead of around. Place. They realized that no amount of external validation could match the satisfaction of personal progress. When you focus on mastering yourself, every victory becomes personal, every failure becomes a lesson. Place. And every day becomes an opportunity to grow stronger. That is how true success is built, not by comparison, but by transformation. Place. The moment you realize that the only person you need to outperform is the person you were yesterday, you will unlock a level of freedom that few ever experience. Place. And in that freedom lies your power, the power to create, to grow, and to rise above everything that once held you back. Comparison is the silent killer of dreams. It creeps into your mind quietly. Place. Disguising itself as motivation, but in truth, it drains your confidence and poisons your vision. Every time you measure your worth against another person's success, you surrender a piece of your strength. Place. You begin to doubt your own timing, question your own abilities, and forget the power that lies within you. Place. The tragedy is not that people fail to achieve their dreams. It is that they abandon them because someone else reached theirs first. But greatness was never meant to be a race. It is a personal evolution. Place. The moment you stop comparing and start creating, your entire life begins to shift. You were born with a blueprint unlike anyone else's. No one on this earth shares your exact combination of experiences, desires, place, and potential. So why measure your progress using someone else's yardstick? When you compare your beginning to another's middle, you rob yourself of growth. The oak tree does not envy the rose. Place. Each fulfills its own purpose in time. Yet many people spend their lives staring at others' gardens while neglecting their own. They see someone's highlight reel and assume they are behind. But behind what? Place. There is no universal timeline for success. There is only your path, and it unfolds precisely as it should if only you trust it. The world conditions us to look outward. Social media, society, place, and even education teach us to seek validation through competition. But true power is internal. The person who is deeply focused on their own journey has no time to envy others. Place. They understand that energy wasted on comparison is energy stolen from progress. Every moment spent wondering why someone else has what you desire could be spent building, learning, improving, and becoming. Place. It is the law of life. What you focus on expands. If you focus on lack, you get more lack. But if you focus on your growth, your abundance multiplies. When I studied the most successful men and women of my time, place, from Henry Ford to Thomas Edison, I found one truth that separated them from the masses. They never compared. They studied others, yes, but only for inspiration, never for self-doubt. Place. They looked at success not as something to envy, but as evidence that more was possible. They did not say, "Why not me?" They said, "If he can, so can I." That is the mindset of the achiever. Place. The ordinary man allows comparison to breed jealousy. The extraordinary man allows it to fuel his ambition. The danger of comparison is that it blinds you to your blessings. Place. It makes you forget how far you've come because you are too busy counting someone else's victories. You start to believe that success is scarce, that someone else's win means your loss. Place. But success is not pie. There is no shortage of opportunity, no limit to the greatness you can create. The universe responds to those who are focused, grateful, and persistent. Place. It cannot reward those who doubt themselves through envy. Every time you catch yourself comparing, pause and remind yourself their success is not your failure. Their story is not your story. Place. What belongs to you will come through your own dedication, faith, and persistence, not through imitation. Place. You must stop chasing the illusion of being head and start becoming deeply engaged with your own purpose. When you do, something powerful happens. Your confidence grows. Place. You begin to notice your own progress. You become proud not because you are better than anyone, but because you are better than you used to be. Comparison fades when purpose grows stronger. Place. When you are consumed by your own vision, you stop caring who notices. You stop seeking approval because your satisfaction comes from within. And that is where peace lies, not in being superior to others, place, but in mastering yourself. Focus on your own race, your own rhythm, your own rise. Let others chase shadows while you build substance. Because in the end, the world remembers not those who compared, place, but those who created. Discipline is the invisible architecture of success. It is the quiet force that builds empires while the world sleeps. You can dream all you want, you can visualize your goals, place, and you can speak of ambition, but without discipline, all of it dissolves into wishful thinking. The difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary is not talent, it is consistency, place. The man who disciplines his mind to do what must be done, even when he does not feel like it, holds the master key to success. Place. The world is filled with people who start strong but fade at the first sign of difficulty. Discipline is what keeps the flame burning when motivation flickers. Every champion you admire, every innovator, leader, place, and visionary has built their greatness not on moments of inspiration but on a foundation of disciplined action. Discipline is not punishment, it is self-respect. Place. It is a declaration that you value your future more than your comfort. The person who embraces discipline transforms struggle into strength and repetition into mastery. Most people wait for the right moment to act, place. But the disciplined individual understands that action creates the moment. Success is not waiting for you at the end of a perfect plan. It reveals itself through persistent, deliberate effort, place. The mind rebels against structure. It seeks comfort, distraction, and ease. Yet the one who trains it to obey the call of purpose rather than the pull of comfort becomes unstoppable. The truth is, place. Discipline is not about forcing yourself. It is about aligning yourself with what you truly desire. You do not discipline yourself because you hate the struggle. You do it because you love the result, place. You love the version of yourself that emerges from consistency, from sacrifice, from persistence. Every small act of discipline compounds into greatness. Miss one day and it feels insignificant, miss many, place, and it becomes a habit of mediocrity. But the disciplined person knows that each day is a brick in the structure of destiny. You cannot control every outcome in life, but you can control your effort, place. You can control what time you rise, how much you study, how much energy you give to your goals. These small decisions are what separate the dreamers from the doers. When others sleep, you study, place. When others complain, you create. When others doubt, you act. That is the rhythm of a disciplined mind. Place. Discipline is not loud, it does not boast or demand attention, but it commands respect because it delivers results that speak for themselves. The undisciplined person chases feelings, place. The disciplined one chases progress. Feelings are temporary, commitment is eternal. There will be days when you do not feel motivated, when fatigue and doubt whisper that it's easier to quit, place. But those are the moments that shape your destiny. Every time you push past that resistance, you train your mind to obey your purpose rather than your emotions. Place. And once your mind learns that you mean what you say, that when you set a goal you will follow through, your confidence multiplies. Place. You stop waiting for the world to push you forward because you have learned to push yourself. Discipline turns ordinary hours into extraordinary progress. It transforms potential into achievement. Place. Chaos into clarity and dreams into plans. It's not glamorous and it's not easy, but it's powerful beyond measure. The disciplined person does not need to announce their effort. Place. Their results announce it for them. When you wake early, work relentlessly, and remain consistent despite challenges, you are making a statement that your purpose matters more than your comfort. Place. The reward for discipline is not just success, it is freedom. Freedom from fear, from doubt, from regret. The freedom to look at your life and know that you gave everything you had. Place. That is the true victory, and it belongs only to those who choose discipline over excuses, action over hesitation, and consistency over comfort. Place. Jealousy is the fire that burns silently within the hearts of those who have forgotten their own greatness. It whispers lies, convincing you that someone else's success diminishes your worth. Place. That another person's victory somehow means your loss. But the truth is, envy blinds you to your own power. The moment you allow jealousy to take root. Place. You disconnect from your purpose and become a spectator instead of a creator. Yet hidden within that jealousy lies something extraordinary, a message from your soul reminding you of what you truly desire. Place. If you can transform that envy into inspiration, you will awaken a force within you that can change everything. When you see someone achieving greatness, don't let bitterness speak, let curiosity lead. Place. Ask yourself, what are they doing that I can learn from? Success leaves footprints, and those who are wise follow them, not out of imitation, but out of understanding. Place. Every person who achieves what you desire is living proof that it can be done. They are not your rival, they are your reminder that what you dream of is possible. The small-minded compete. Place. But the visionary observes, studies, and applies. Instead of saying, why them, say, if they can, so can I. That shift in mindset is the beginning of transformation. Jealousy thrives where focus is weak. Place. It grows in the minds of those who stare too long at others' progress and too little at their own. But the moment you redirect that energy inward, something miraculous happens. Your envy becomes fuel. Place. The same fire that once burned you begins to light your path. You start to see others' success not as a threat, but as motivation. Their progress no longer feels like a reminder of what you lack. Place. It becomes evidence of what's possible for you. This is the power of mental alchemy, the ability to turn emotional poison into the gold of personal growth. In every story of achievement. Place. There are lessons hidden between the lines. The discipline, the failures, the persistence. Those are the treasures worth studying. When you look at someone who has achieved more, don't covet their outcome. Place. Study their process. The greatest mistake most people make is assuming that success comes from luck or privilege. In reality, it is the result of unseen effort, the quiet mornings, the long nights. Place. The endless sacrifices. Instead of letting jealousy paralyze you, let it provoke you to act. Let it remind you that you too are capable of the same relentless drive if you choose to commit to your path. Place. There is no shortage of success in this world. The universe operates on abundance, not limitation. One person's rise does not mean another's fall. There is room at the top for everyone who dares to climb. Place. But you cannot rise while you are looking sideways. Your focus must remain forward, locked on your own purpose. The more you celebrate others, the more you attract celebration into your own life. Place. Gratitude and admiration expand your possibilities. Jealousy and resentment shrink them. Energy flows where appreciation grows. Every time you feel envy surface, recognize it for what it truly is, a signal. Place. It means your soul is craving expansion. It's not that you want what they have, you want the feeling of fulfillment they've achieved through growth. So instead of feeding the jealousy, feed your ambition. Place. Study, learn, act, and persist. Transform comparison into creation, bitterness into belief, resentment into resilience. Place. The most powerful people are not those who have avoided jealousy, but those who have mastered it, those who've turned that restless longing into unstoppable determination. Place. When you learn to convert jealousy into inspiration, you take control of your emotional energy. You no longer allow envy to steal your focus. Instead, you let it push you higher. Place. The fire that once consumed you now propels you. And in time, you'll look back and realize that the people you once envied became your teachers. Place. Not your rivals. And that every ounce of envy was simply pointing you back to your own potential, waiting to be unleashed. Your energy is your most valuable currency. Place. And how you spend it determines the quality of your life. Every thought you entertain, every conversation you engage in. Place. Every environment you allow yourself to remain in, they either nourish your growth or drain your strength. Yet most people give their energy away carelessly, scattering it on gossip, negativity, and comparison. They let the noise of the world drown out the whisper of their purpose. You cannot expect to build an extraordinary life while feeding off ordinary distractions. The truth is simple but powerful. You cannot pour energy into your dreams if you are busy pouring it into drama. Protecting your energy is not selfish, it is necessary. It is the foundation of focus, clarity, place, and peace. You cannot create from chaos. You cannot manifest success from a distracted mind. Every great achievement begins with the decision to guard one's mental and emotional space. You must decide that your vision is too sacred to be polluted by meaningless noise. Not everyone deserves access to your mind. Not every voice deserves to be heard in your space. The moment you begin filtering what you allow into your world, you begin regaining control over your destiny. The mind, when unguarded, becomes a playground for doubt, fear, and confusion. But when disciplined and protected, it becomes a weapon of creation. People will try to pull you into their storms, but you must stand firm in your calm. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every opinion deserves a response. There is immense power in silence, in walking away and choosing peace over argument. The one who reacts to everything loses direction. The one who remains centered moves with purpose. You cannot soar like an eagle if you spend your life fighting with crows. Protect your focus by refusing to engage with anything that diminishes your spirit. Energy wasted on negativity is energy stolen from your goals. You must decide which deserves more of you, the noise or the mission. Distraction is the modern thief of potential. Every notification, every meaningless argument, every hour lost scrolling through the lives of others chips away at your greatness. The world is designed to keep you busy but not productive, connected but not fulfilled. That is why only a few rise above the noise, because only a few are disciplined enough to protect their attention. Focus is not a gift, it is a choice repeated every moment. You cannot expect to grow if your attention is constantly divided. You must treat your focus as sacred ground, defend it, nurture it, and direct it toward your highest goals. There will always be people who misunderstand your silence, who take your withdrawal from chaos as arrogance. Let them. You owe no explanation for protecting your peace. The visionary understands that solitude is strength. It is in silence that ideas are born, plans are shaped, and breakthroughs occur. The mind needs stillness to access its deepest wisdom. Protecting your energy does not mean isolating yourself from the world. It means being intentional about what deserves your attention. You begin to realize that not every invitation deserves a yes. Not every thought deserves your belief, and not every emotion deserves your reaction. When you protect your energy, you begin to move differently. You stop chasing validation and start choosing alignment. You start waking up with clarity, acting with conviction, and resting with peace. The noise of the world loses its grip on you because you have tuned into a higher frequency, the frequency of purpose. People who master their energy become magnetic. They attract opportunities, relationships, and outcomes that reflect their focus. The law of life is simple. Energy flows where attention goes. If you direct your energy toward fear, you'll grow more fear. If you direct it toward faith, you'll grow more strength. Protect your focus, protect your peace, and protect your power, because in doing so, you protect the future that only you have the power to create. Belief is the foundation upon which all success is built. Before any dream can come to life, it must first exist in the mind of the dreamer. The power of belief is invisible to the eye, yet it shapes everything you see. Every invention, every empire, every act of greatness began with someone who believed in what others could not see. The world belongs to those who hold faith when the crowd doubts, who continue when others quit, and who dare to believe that the vision inside them is more real than the obstacles ahead. Your vision is your blueprint, and your belief is the force that brings it to life. Without belief, the finest plans crumble. With it, even the impossible bends to your will. There will come moments when your belief is tested, when everything around you suggests that you should give up. You will face delays, disappointments, and discouragement. But these moments are not meant to destroy your faith, they are meant to strengthen it. Every great achiever I have ever studied shared this one trait. They held an unshakable belief in their vision. Even when no one else did. They understood that faith is not about seeing the result, it's about trusting the process. You must learn to believe before you have proof. You must act as though success is inevitable even when evidence suggests otherwise. That is how belief transforms into power. Most people allow their environment to dictate their level of belief. When things go well, they feel confident. When things fall apart, they doubt. But true belief is not built on comfort. It is forged in adversity. It is when you stand alone, when no one claps, when no one understands, that your faith must speak the loudest. You have to train your mind to see beyond current circumstances. What you hold in your imagination is far stronger than what you see in reality. Place. The mind that believes in its vision creates its own conditions for success. The world may not see it yet, but if you persist, it will have no choice but to recognize it. You were given a vision for a reason. Place. That inner voice, that dream that won't let you rest, is not random. It's a glimpse of your potential calling you forward. Most people silence that voice because it challenges them to rise above their fears. Place. But belief gives you courage. It allows you to face uncertainty with determination, to walk through darkness knowing that light is waiting at the end. When you believe, your actions change. You speak differently, move differently, and attract differently. The energy of belief draws opportunities that align with your purpose. It turns intention into movement and movement into results. Doubt is easy because it asks nothing of you. Belief is demanding because it requires consistency, patience, and vision. It asks you to see yourself as capable before the world does. It asks you to speak victory in the face of defeat and to hold faith in moments of silence. You will encounter people who tell you your dream is too big, your timing too late, or your effort too small. Smile at them, for they are revealing the limits of their own belief, not yours. You must learn to walk with quiet confidence, to know that what you carry inside is sacred. Every great dreamer has been laughed at before they were celebrated. The power of belief is not just in thinking, it is in knowing. When you know that your dream is meant for you, fear loses its power. You stop waiting for signs and start becoming one. The world begins to bend in your favor, not because luck has changed, but because your energy has. What the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, not because of magic, but because belief commands action, and consistent action commands results. Never forget that your dream chose you because you are capable of bringing it to life. The question is not whether you can, the question is whether you believe deeply enough to keep going until you do.